All right. Good morning. I hope everybody's doing well. Thank you for being here. I'm just waiting to see. For some reason, it doesn't look like this stream is actually going live. There we go. Let me shut down the music on these. There's a little bit of a delay. I can't quite tell. Good morning, Seven. Hey, Seven, are you guys live on the portrait side? The portrait side. Is it?
Yep. I just got notification.
Okay, the portrait side doesn't show live for me, so I'm quite curious about why it's not showing up.
I just got notification.
There we go. Okay, it just came up. Outstanding. Just trying to figure out why it was doing what it was doing. Hey, everybody. How you doing? Hope everything is going well. Thank you for being here today. I'm going to put this back over how you doing? Here. Hope everything is going well. Whoops. I don't know why I did that. All right. Cool. All right. So how's everybody doing? Everybody's doing well. Say Dan McCumber says yes. Seven Stacks is good morning. How are you? Invisible River Ranch is here. Good morning, Invisible. Coins making sense. Kevin, what's going on, brother? How are you? I hope you're doing well. Thank you for being in the stream this morning. As you guys know, today is just chit chat. We talk about whatever the hell we want to talk about. Kind of just go over whatever it is. As you're going to see, some of you who came up last night for the members only Frosty Assist, thank you so much for coming in. You'll see that there are games there, and so you can put in information. Unfortunately, over top of the game is chat. I'm trying to get the chat to where it no longer shows up, so I'll be working that. If you're in portrait mode, the games we found out do not work. So if you were setting up a live stream and you're trying to do something interactive, games, at least the games in Streamlab, do not transfer across to vertical mode. They seem to only work in horizontal or landscape. So if you are on the vertical mode, you will see something there. It's a little trash can. The little trash can is basically like Plinko. That Plinko gets activated when you do a super chat. So a little menu will come across. There'll be balls, depending upon the amount of the super chat, $5, $10, $20, whatever it is. That number will come across. It'll drop a ball into that thing. I'm going to do something with that. Now you can see it also in the landscape mode underneath me. So if you look right down there, you'll see it. But again, if you're looking in portrait mode, then it's right up here next to where the count for the landscape is. Now this count is not for portrait mode. This is for landscape. I'm not sure why it's only doing one. Still working on some of the minor things. But anyway, all right, so we're good there. So Siren, good morning. How you doing? Wolf Metals, member for 3 months, outstanding. So actually, you'll see this little thing. Scroll across right here on the landscape side. You'll see it just underneath where Eric's gold or copper coin is. And then again, you'll see it just under my face. So you'll see when people do stuff, you'll see the little item there. So again, trying to make it more interactive. So for those members who came on last night and actually walked through this and helped me kind of construct that, thank you so much. I appreciate you guys, again, working on doing this. UFOs No Joke, good morning. How are you? Hope you're doing well. Rockzilla, AC Coins, me. What's up, brother? Good to see you. Hey, Paula, how are you? Hey, Paula, question for you. Are you going to hang out with Ida after the surgery? What's the plans for being with Ida? Good morning, Ray. EMR, what's going on? Hope you're doing well. Nice to see you, Dan McCumber. As always, thank you so much for being in here. You guys, thank you for being channel members or subscribing to the channel. If you haven't, please. And then for my mods, again, thank you so much for that. Up above me or over here to the left, left of me, you'll see Eric. What's going on, Eric? How are you doing this morning?
Very good. Very good. And yourself?
Doing well. I think I've got a majority of the technical snafus, partially which are self-induced, resolved. So again, thanks to the members who came in for that. Nope, I go home Tuesday. Her surgery is Friday. Gotcha. Okay. I knew it was later in the week. I just wasn't sure what was going on. So what do you guys got planned for the remainder of the time you're there? You guys got anything fun going on? So, and if you want, you're always welcome to come up and chit chat. You know the link. But Good. So hopefully she's doing well. We'll constantly check on her. We've got, it seems like we got a good schedule for people covering the she shop. So hopefully it works. But anyway, thanks for being there. I'm sure she's loving your company. Oh, so Eric and I were talking, man, what didn't we talk about this morning before we started?
Oh God, we've talked about all sorts of stuff.
We talked about coins and shoulders and bilateral
Knees
healing
backs
and
aches and pains and
Frosty, did you find out anything more about the names of that short snorter note? You know what? That is a good topic. So let me do this. I am actually going to, hey, me, can you do me a favor? Can you email me those photos? I can't email them to myself, and I'll show you. I did find the one name. He was the chief of the boat on the USS Sumner, 1945. He was stationed in, hey, Paula, how are you?
Good morning.
good morning.
Good morning, Eric. Long time no talk.
Yeah, really.
So the name on the top of that short snorter is that chief. He was the chief of the USS Sumner. There was apparently he was pretty well recognized in the Navy because the CNO, the Chief of Naval Operations, did a call out when he passed away. And so obviously you sent me that. Okay, no worries. Take your time. Not a big deal. As soon as you can pull that up. I'll try and actually send it to myself from my phone. Let me see if I can do that real quick. The second name, I'm running into a little bit more of an issue trying to identify the name on that one. There are two different names. So the secondary thing that I sent you, if the first portion of that is his nickname, Chuck, then I found who the person is. He died about 10 years ago, just a little bit before the other gentleman. The problem is I can't really confirm it because I can't find any information on validation or verification of his signature. Unlike the guy that's on the top of the snorter, I've found his information, found his documentation where he signed his name. It was a Chiron. I know that's who that is. But I haven't been able to find the second person. I think there were only two names on it from what I could see. And for some reason, I'm not finding... I'm not finding your name. Why the hell am I not finding your name? So, but yeah, I'll continue to look and see if I can find anything. But yesterday and the day before were all about correcting a goofball issue that I caused on myself with resetting the structure of my live stream software. And then I lost all my files for the Saturday morning stream. So that was kind of a bummer. So I haven't really looked much the last couple of days trying to get this stuff rebuilt, which, as anybody who streams know, that it takes a ton of time to structure and get all that stuff set up. So cool. I was in other room. Yeah, no worries. Well, good. So we got the game going on. I'm going to try to adjust that. So the chat, I'm actually going to remove the chat box from this side. There you go. Now you should be able just to play the game. You don't have to worry about the chat covering it up. So we'll put that there, or I can move chat to the other side. So let me see if I can do.
So me sent you in a short snorter. Is that what's going on?
So he sent me a photo for one.
Oh.
He didn't send it to me.
We had Tom Sparks on our show.
Yeah, I know.
It was a great show.
Yeah.
But I mean, I'm perfectly capable of pulling research of names and stuff like that. So
Yeah, it wasn't like a Bob Hope short snorter. It was people from the military. General.
Yeah. But okay.
So, but again, it's Navy history, so I know those sources pretty well. So I can pull up. I knew what ship it was because he signed what ship it was. So I just I used my military CAC credentials and then pulled up the list of all members on the USS Sumter from 1943 to 1945. It was signed 1945.
So it was, but it was signed by all Navy members and not just like pilots and.
It's only
and-
signed by
and
two people.
branches. Oh, it's only signed by
Yeah.
two people. Got
So,
it. Okay.
I think it was more like a signature note. So it's not a rolled up one. There's not 15 bills in it. It's just a single bill. So, but yeah, I was able to go through and find the one. The other one I haven't been able to really identify. It's a fairly common name, so we'll continue to look and see. But one of them was he was the guy on the top, and I'm trying to find, and unfortunately I don't know where Me's. Hey, if you're on your phone, resend me that photo. I can't sit here and look at this and try to stream and do this at the same time.
No, go ahead. I just didn't know what I was just going to say. If it was something that you needed more help on, Tom Sparks has offered to help. So if we get any short snorters in, that's all.
Yeah, no, I fully understand
he's
that.
The founder of the short snorter program. So
I know who he is.
Yeah,
I know who he is. No, this is more of just still looking at. He said something, but unfortunately the screen got wonky on me. What the hell's going on here? All right, so there we
How's
go.
the vacation going, Paula?
it's exactly what I wanted, like a whole lot of nothing.
Did you rage through all of Vita's coins?
No, I haven't even looked at a coin. I'm just sitting
Really?
here and
Good for
looking
you.
at cows. I'm looking at cows. I haven't answered one email. I have answered a few things on Facebook, but I can't help myself.
Did you say you're
Good for
looking at
you.
cows?
I'm just staring at cows all day.
Okay, wanted to make sure I heard that right because I was like,
Yep.
I may not have heard that correctly.
No, other than the coin show, I did a lot. I looked at a lot of people's coins at the coin show. Other than that, I'm just looking at cows. That's it. Yeah.
Cool.
Sometimes you got to do that.
That's exactly right. Yep. I needed a break.
All right. So EMR, that chat now should be underneath me. So it should be away from the game. You should be able to play that without the chat going through there. You can see that. And then I shifted everything else over. So I think we should be good there. Okay, cool. Outstanding. Me said he sent the text. Okay, outstanding. I got that. Then I will send that stuff to my email. So give me just a second. Yeah, and I'll show you what I'm talking about. I'll pull these up. Sorry, I have to do this on my phone while I'm trying to stream, but I want to make sure that you guys see this. So are you looking forward to going home?
No. I mean, I miss my kids and my grandkids, of course, but I'm looking forward to seeing them. But, as soon as I'm done seeing them, I'll wish I was back here.
Right. You wish you were on vacation again.
Yes. Yeah,
Hey, that's the best part of being a grandma and grandpa.
it is.
You get
But
to
I
see the
don't get to
kids and say,
send
"Well,
mine.
see ya.
I don't get to send mine home because my home is their home.
Well,
So-
just put a lock on your door and say, don't make me go to my room because I got a locking
That
door.
I have done. I have done that. Yes, I have done that.
That's what I say to my grandkids, and they laugh every time I say it.
This photo is not wanting to. I don't know what the hell's going on with my.
I'm not looking forward to being that far away from Ida when she has her surgery, though.
Well,
I wish I
stay.
would have planned it different. I know. I wish I could, but I have stuff I got it. Of my own.
Gotta
that
get
have to
done.
take
I
care
get
of.
it.
Hey,
Yeah.
good morning, Kraken. What's going on, brother?
But you know, I wish I would have planned it differently so I could be here with her. But her daughter is coming Thursday. So her daughter will be here with her. So that's good.
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
And I'm only, if she needs something like quick, I'm only a few hours away. So
Yeah.
if there's any issues and she needs like serious whatnot, then I can just head up that way. I can make sure that I take care of her.
When I get back computer, maybe the screen won't be so cluttered. I don't know what that means.
All right, so let's do this. All right, so here's the bill.
Do I have to go to YouTube to see it?
No.
Okay.
I'm going to present. Where is it? Yeah, that's not going to work. Let me do this. Okay. Let's see here. Share screen. I want to share the entire screen here.
Occupation money.
There we go. All right, so now let me pull this up. Okay, so you should be able to see this. So here's the name. There's the USS Sumner. Leroy Wright. Now, this looks like E. I can't tell if it's I right, but this looks like I can't tell what this name is. Pull up the AP. It lists it out on the other side, or on the other, which is the whole thing. I'm able to find this person's name. Chief Bob Sumner, who was our Chief Bob USS Sumner. Let me pull this up real quick. Oh, but I'm so sick.
Is that Captain Leroy E. Wright? I can't tell what that's.
Yeah, the problem is it doesn't pull up, and he's not part of the Sumner. If he is, it doesn't show up. Huh?
Could it be N right?
No, it's not an N.
Okay.
It's
some people sign their names and you can't tell what the letters are.
Yeah. So if you look at, and again, the view on this is, it's what we're looking at is right here.
It could be Leroy E. Right now.
Yeah. Not, hey, what's up, Brown Sugar? Good to see you. I can't tell what that is. And then he's got initials over on the right-hand side. Not sure what they are. So trying to look at it, it's going to take me a while. I can't tell if this is COP. I can't tell. This doesn't look like an A. It looks more like an O based off of his O here. So that looks like CO something Leroy, right? And I don't know if it's that, because that's O. If you look at the O, it's the same thing. If you look at the T, that's not a T. That looks more like an F. So it looks like COF, almost like coffee. I can't tell what that is. So I don't believe it's Captain, because it doesn't match with his signature of the O. Still the same C. You see it on the other side. Oh, you can't see it on the other side on the other one. So not sure exactly who the bottom one is, but I have found the other one that there's a really cool little call out to him and his family for when he passed away. So I was able to identify that one, but as far as the other name, I'm not able to actually
Here's one
find
that
out.
says recon team led by Sergeant First Class Leroy Enright.
And that's the wrong right.
Was North Vietnamese. Okay.
Yeah, it's the wrong right. It's the wrong location for the wrong year. So he was in Philippines, but he was there earlier. This is 40. These were signed 45. So,
Okay.
it's the, I know who you're talking about. He's the
Yeah.
Medal of Honor recipient.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a famous dude. And that's not him. The only other thing is it almost looks like Elwright, ELWRI, but I can't unless it's Captain Leroy and Wright Fam. It could be two names. So I've got to figure that one out. I just haven't had time because of issues with my computer, and then my dumbass reset the screen. So once I do, I'll work on getting that done. I don't know why the other photo didn't come across. I'm not sure why the other photo didn't come across. Let me pull this up real fast, and I'll share this with everybody. And I got to put in the whole URL.
Now that couldn't be Charles Leroy, right? Could it?
I don't know. So again, I really haven't had time to really
Leroy Wright that
dig
served
in.
from 1943 to 1945 in the Philippines. Let's see what ship he served under. He actually served until 1952. Died in 2023. Just says that he was there October 26th for the world's greatest sea battle in Leyte Gulf in the Philippines. Was discharged in 1946 as the ship he was stationed on was decommissioned. And he re-enlisted in 1948. So it doesn't say the original ship that he was on. Oh, first ship was Camp Ward, but that was 1943. And he was on the Fenshaw Bay.
Hashtag blame Paula.
All the ships he was on received 5 battle stars and 2 presidential citations.
Uh-oh. Why did Streamlabs time Brown Sugar out?
Streamlabs did?
That's what it says. Brown Sugar was timed out by Streamlabs.
I shouldn't have. I wonder if I have the protection set high. Let me check that out just a second. Sorry, Brown Sugar. Again.
Oh, it says spamming caps. For spamming caps.
Yeah, let me go check and find out what's going on with the dashboard.
That's weird.
Well, again, I had to reset everything from scratch. So it's...
Yeah.
All these little stupid things are going to come up again.
Streamlabs, so I don't know how it works.
I just got to go turn off. So let's see.
Use the P word.
Symbol
What
protection. So, hold on just a second. I'm going to...
What's the P word,
All right,
Paula?
APO 1102 was the United States Pacific Fleet organized May 1st, 1945.
Okay,
And me just hid Inkman.
Say again?
Me just hid Inkman.
Why'd you hide Inkman? Oh, hold on. Well, the problem is when, there you go, you're unhidden. Sorry about that. When you're looking at your phone and you're trying to click on a bunch of different stuff and try to figure out what's happening, or you're trying to copy something, it happens a lot. So
Yeah.
yeah, not a big deal. It's taken care of.
It's Paul's fault.
Those should be taken care of. Somebody type the word crazy in all caps. Let's see what happens. Brown sugar.
No, it's okay, me. I'm sure he knows you didn't do that on purpose.
Yeah, no, he did it on purpose. Don't let him.
It happens.
Why is, man, everything with brown sugar is being blocked. Brown sugar, you still
Yeah,
there?
it's weird.
Did somebody deleted message?
It
What
was
the hell?
Streamlabs. It says Streamlabs did it.
Streamlabs is blocking everything for her.
Mm-hmm.
What the hell is going on?
Well, as soon as it timed her out, it deletes all of, when you time somebody out, it deletes all their previous messages.
Well, it should be. She should be coming back because it's only 6
Yeah.
minutes or 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry, brown sugar. Don't know why it did that. I've turned that aspect off, so it shouldn't happen again. Yeah, crazy stuff. It's
I
fine.
only saw her using like caps one time, so that was really weird.
Yeah.
It's
Hi,
sensitive.
Starika. I mean, it was just like there's nothing there.
She's basically just telling everybody hi.
Yeah.
I know, that's it. Mm-hmm. Quit being so polite, brown sugar.
Yeah, it doesn't like it. It needs a little bit of chaos.
Needs some chaos in its life. There you go.
It's some chaos. You hurt its feelings.
Anyway, I'm not gonna sure. I know. I don't know what's going on. She knows I love her, so she knows that this isn't something that I'm doing to her. So I'm not sure what's happening, but we'll get it taken care of. Brown Sugar said good morning to Anna in caps. It's Anna's fault. That's what it is. No, again, she'll come back. Hopefully she didn't bail. I'm not sure exactly why it's happening, but looking back through, and I really don't see. I see.
So back really quick on this, if you can't find anything out, maybe reach out to Tom, because this could be one of those where they had somebody visiting the ship and they just signed several people's, notes or currency or whatever. So, it could be somebody famous or something, or I don't know. You know what I mean? Does that make sense?
Oh yeah. Yeah. I just haven't had time to look.
Right.
I figured out the first one. That was easy. The other one, what I don't know is, I don't know if that E isn't an E. I don't know if that's an and. I'm not leaving my coin family. She's back. Sorry about that, Brown Sugar. I don't know what in the hell Streambot was doing, but anyway.
Or if it's like ELLRI something, I don't know.
Well, and yeah, so I don't know what that is, because it could be like something Leroy and Rye Fam or something like that, right? So I'll have to go back and look and see what's going on. What the other thing that I'll do is I'm going to have to pull up the USS Sumner ship log again, check and see the names of the people that were there when Chief was there, and then pull that information across and see if I can cross-reference that. They may not be on the same ship. They may not.
Yeah, I just pulled the list from the APO up, and there's like way too many names. They're not in alphabetical order.
No, but you can Control F and you can do Leroy. The names for Leroy don't show up. So that's why I was saying Leroy's there, but there's like 5 listings that have the name Leroy. None of them align. So I don't know if it's the right, like the USS right, So again, I just haven't had time to research it. I just got to figure it out.
Yeah.
But yeah, it doesn't look like it looks like it's almost like a COP something like Cough Leroy and write something. So I'll look it up. I'll try to find out. And if not, then I'll have me reach out to him. So anyway, but that was his find. Where did you find that, me? I don't remember where he found that. I think it's 7 feet tall. Oh, I'm missing something. My house needed. Oh, you're talking about fences, I think. Okay. Very cool. Yeah, me, if you can. What the heck are we paying for? Get on it. Yeah. Well, you know what I have done is I have been able to get you interested in foreign silver as well as error coins. So I'm doing my job. I'm interesting people in the hobby, right? But no, I'll get it looked at, and we'll see what I can do. If not, then we'll make sure we connect you to Paula so that she can get you connected to the other person. Do you have his information? Can you throw that in chat?
It's not normal for everybody to squirrel out on different tangents in coin collecting.
He doesn't like he didn't like errors righties. He didn't understand them. And we went through a series where we were talking a lot about it. Now he's involved in it again. So we're looking at it now. So, but no, there's a lot of people who are very specific, don't you think? Don't you think there are people who are specialists and only collect a certain thing?
Yeah,
Yes.
well, I kind of am, but I still tangent off.
Mm-hmm.
I got my foreign coins that I kind of hoard.
See, now his foreign silver is prescriptive. No, he says he keeps it in a prescription bottle. All right, well, cool. So I'm stuck trying to figure out how to pull that up. I need to go back and watch the Easter stream, so I know what to ask you about.
Mm-hmm.
I'm confused. Did I miss something? Hey, Stan, what's going on, bud? Good to see you. So what's been happening on Livecoin? I hadn't really been there for like almost a month.
Nothing. Zero.
They had a little question Q&A session Monday.
Yeah, they I guess I haven't even watched it. Can you believe that? They
You're on vacation.
talked about the coin show and stuff. So yeah. But and I most likely won't be on tomorrow nights because I'll be packing and getting my last minute stuff done. We probably will go have something to eat, go somewhere and have something to eat, so I probably won't be on tomorrow either. But we do have. I picked up several of the sample slabs from the Tulsa Coin Show. We have one of those crying towels that we all signed at the show I brought back. So we'll be giving that away, be giving a sample slab away. Yeah. So whenever that happens, if I'm not on tomorrow, I will be on the following week. So we've had several weeks that we've been off.
Just not really doing much of anything then.
Yeah, because we did a lot at the show. We only streamed one time because we were so busy. We had a lot of people coming up to us. We have some exciting stuff coming from the ANA and hopefully Annex that we'll be announcing soon. Hopefully, the ANA was at the show, so he came over and introduced himself, and we got to talking. We'll talk some more, so that's exciting.
That's cool.
Yeah. So I'm excited.
Nice. We got some coin shows.
Show.
We got a coin show coming up in Conroe this coming weekend, which is
nice.
North Houston. So I'm going to try and sneak up over there. I think Bifrost and I will take do a little road trip. Head up there Saturday, kind of hang out, walk around, do whatever, and then come back. So next Saturday's live stream may be from the road.
Oh, nice.
So we'll kind of see what's going on. I'm not sure what we're doing. I have Friday off and thought about going Friday, but it's final submission for one of our big projects at work. So I probably need to stick around. So I don't think I'll go on Friday. I think I need to be around just in case something happens with that. So we'll see. We'll play it by ear. But I plan on trying to go up, see EC and Mad and some of the other Texas folks that are going to be at the show.
We got to have dinner with them. That was really nice. It's always
the fun show in Florida, the July 10th through the 11th through the 13th.
Yeah, I would love to get down there. I just don't think I'm going to be able to do it. Again, it's so hard after doing this big freaking Europe trip. Ida, good morning.
Brian Allen might show
There's
up.
Ida.
But nobody else that I know is going.
Parvis talked about going. He was going to have somebody meet him and they were going to go together. He asked me if I'd be willing to go down and meet him and kind of hang out with him. I'm just not sure I'm going to be able to get down there. Just it's so close to that big Europe trip. I'm still trying to recover from what we spent in Europe. But
that is a good show. That's a really great show, especially if you're into like seminars and things like that. They have all kinds of classes.
Especially the winter one. If you're going to go to a show, go to the winter one.
Yes.
There's a lot of good stuff there. And they're literally, I think that the summer show is going to have around 500 tables.
Mm-hmm.
But the winter show has 1,200, 1,400 tables. So it gets a lot.
Tiger just gifted 5 memberships. Daryl, John Camper, Mike Carney, Nash Landings, and Kevin Rose. Congratulations on the memberships. Thanks, Tiger. Appreciate you, bud.
I do hope that this year, I mean, like this winter, there wasn't a lot of people were frenzying of buying and selling silver and gold. And the dealers were bringing silver because the dealers are trying to unload it. No, they don't want to sit on it.
Yeah, it was not a good seller at the show.
And the last 2 shows I've went to, they flat out told me, hey, I don't make any money by bringing regular coins to the show.
Wow.
And I'm going to lose money if I don't bring all the silver to the show. So I was like, well, whatever.
From what I hear at the show and from what I saw at the show, this show, there was a lot of numismatics being sold.
That's great. I hope this one, like 2 years ago, the fun shows were up until this last one in the winter. The 2 before it had lots of stuff to look through. But it was like, and I talked to my local coin dealer yesterday, and he said that was exactly what it was in the wintertime. There was speculation that people had put out a lot of money and it was going to dive. And it did slightly, but it wasn't like everybody anticipated. It never is.
Yeah.
Tiger with a $10 super chat. Thanks, Tiger. Appreciate you, bud.
You listen to Silver Seeker and stuff like that. And he's like, yeah, the dealers don't want to sit on any silver. They want to get it in and get it out. That way there's no huge margin loss.
Oh, yeah, because, from where it was at its peak, it's dropped quite a bit now.
Yeah, but then it goes back up again usually.
It's still high.
Yeah, it's
still high.
Don't want to buy it at 30, let it go down to 28 and sit on it for 6 weeks while it goes back up to $30.
Yeah, well, it's gonna fluctuate a lot. It's gonna bounce because we're in political unsure environment, financial issues. It's going to be silver's pretty volatile right now.
Yeah.
So you're going to end up in a place where you're sitting on it. It's going to happen.
Yeah.
And again, what you don't want to do is Mike from Mid-America talks about this too. You don't want to go dump it all, because if it goes up, like if it breaks through that ceiling and it goes up, now you just lost your butt. So it's a definite playing. There's a lot of understanding, but again, it's highly speculative. It doesn't follow the normal rules of like stock market exchange and trade rates and things like that. So yeah, it just doesn't. So you look at what happened with gold, right? Gold shot through the roof, and then people were buying it when it was close to its peak because everybody was like, buy, and then it fell through the floor again. So now it's still higher than it used to be, but we're down hundreds of bucks. So it's volatile. So don't try to buy silver and gold as an investment. Remember, it's meant to offset. So just like you do with long-term stocks, you're going to buy it, try to buy it low, save, hold on to it, and then sell when you either need it, you put yourself in a situation, or you have an event occur, or if it goes up through the roof, then sell a portion of it. Don't sell it all.
Or
sell a portion
like
of it,
me and just buy it and throw it in a pile and let it sit there and get dusty.
Yeah, I mean,
I
that's
use it more like a savings account because I'm terrible at saving, and I use
me too. Yeah, and one thing that
it works great as a savings account for me. If it goes low, I buy it low, and I just keep it and hang on to it. And if I have to sell it, then I can usually sell it for at least some profit, maybe not a huge profit, but some profit, and I get my money back. And there's a savings account. So.
Yeah, I'm the same way. If I'm going to spend my money, I want to spend something that I'm going to be able to maintain its worth. Looking back, and this is I joke numismatics is an old person game, because the more you look, the more you realize, I need to buy stuff that's going to hold its value. The rarer coins. That's why I'm really kind of focusing on improving my typeset.
Do that.
Say again?
If you're buying coins for an investment, you need to buy the rarer stuff and the more expensive stuff.
Well, yeah, because granted, price.
Or even, I don't think it even has to be like expensive, because there are some coins that, although not expensive, still hold their value.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm just saying.
No, I know what you. Yeah.
Yeah. When there's a lot of $50 coins that are good investments.
Right.
But when I'm thinking of investing, I'm not thinking of $50. I'm thinking of throwing a couple $1,000s at something. Buy a couple $1,000 coin, you're probably in pretty good shape a couple years down the road. Especially, it seems like recently, a lot of stuff that was around $1,000 3 or 4 years ago is near $2,000 now. 55 double die.
Yeah, because I bought mine. Gosh, when did I buy mine? Like 6-7 years ago, and it's easily gone up $1,000.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Easily.
You could get them for $1,000, AU ones for $1,000, and now they're $2,000.
Which one is that one?
Yeah,
the 55 double die.
Oh, that's like the 16D. 16D's gone up in value a lot too.
14D. I had a coin shop that would sell me 14Ds, like VF, XF 14Ds in a slab, because he would get all of them slabbed. And he was selling them to me for $65.
That's unreal.
I sold several large cents at the show. 45 to, between 40 and $100 were that, but people, they like the first day they were gone. And I had them priced right. So that's, that's another thing.
That helps.
Well,
yeah.
That's pretty cool though.
Rich, but
pretty good
I went between Gray Sheet and CPG. So, but but I didn't pay that when I bought them originally.
Yep.
So it was a win-win. But those are a big one. I think that people are starting to really collect those again.
Hey, Coach, what's going on? Good to see you, bud. Me says, you have a 14D Merc dime? No. Cents. Lincoln cents. It's Eric talking. You know he's talking cents.
Like I said, that was like 2004 and before. And there was lots of them. You could buy that. They were actually cheaper than the 31S back then. Now you can get nice 31Ss for a couple $100. You talking a nice 14D, it's a big money coin.
Yeah, I got a pretty nice 31S for a fairly decent price. But the 14D and the SVDB and the 16D Merc, man, it's just
you
like
really start getting into high grades.
Eek.
Your 26S, that's probably the big money coin. If you get a 26S 65 or higher, that's well over $100,000 coin.
Yeah, because all the strikes were crap.
Well, the reverser. I've got a BU RPM number 3 or RPM. So I don't know which one it is, but the reverse is 25 through 29. The reverses, they basically left them on the presses till they fell off.
Mm-hmm.
You look at the reverse on some of these coins, and it looks like it's circulated. It's so muffled and soft and cracked, it just worn away, that you would think that it wasn't even an uncirculated coin.
Well, is that because of
so cheap?
Was it because of the depression?
It could have been. I that's like now. It could have been who was working at the mint, running the foreman.
The cost to make the dies, like a lot.
Yeah, it could have been all about the guy that ran the oversaw everything. There was like, use those longer, use them until they fall off, because we don't have, we're trying to save money.
Yeah. It'd be interesting to go back and look and see what they have as far as documentation about, what the amount of coin runs that they did on those particular dies were.
So I have seen, Sean too went to the archives. It was the first time I ever saw things that, people. It was the first time I ever saw any archives, any documentation original documentation from the mint, stuff like that. I've seen letters and stuff like that people wrote to pass certain things and stuff.
Right.
But actual handwritten documentation, stuff like that. And it's incredible. They wrote everything down. So I think that the majority of questions that we have about stuff is out there. It's just finding it, you would have to spend months probably.
That's right. I was going to say, you'd have to send a formal request to the archive. Then you'd have to go there and actually sort through it.
Mm-hmm.
Because they're not going to sort through it.
No.
And there's not a lot of digital copies of real old stuff like that. Mm-hmm. Especially probably numeric records. There's probably no digitized information.
They're doing more. They are working on digitizing a lot of stuff. It is something that the National Archives has been working on for about 1.5 years, 2 years now. So they are working to do more digitization.
Where did you hear that? Where did you read that?
From a internal press documentation for, I am a file officer. So one of my jobs, what I do is to manage file structure and systems. So it's part of the new requirement that even old archive stuff that we have in paper, that stuff is getting sent to the archives. It all has to be scanned in. So there's a large number of items that they are going back through and making sure that those things are done. So it's just what I do. So I have access to a lot of stuff at the archive. I just have to put in the formal requests. And that's a lot. It's a lot of work to get stuff. And then you have to go there and sit there because some of the stuff isn't released. So
yeah, that's what we're talking about. Like how you have to, it would take you to have to go, it would take you months to go, like, yeah. Sean just barely like scratched the surface of what he was looking for, and he was able to find it, but he found other stuff too, which was really cool stuff about the buffalo nickel, and it was really cool. But
yeah, if I was closer to there, it'd be easier. But it's not going to happen.
Yeah, I would love to do that. I mean, I could, as much as I love to research, like you'd have to like drag me out of there kicking and screaming probably, but it would be very interesting.
Yeah, I think it would be fun to be able to go back. What's the game? The game is, it's a word game. So you do just what Inkman just put in, ! SL game words. It's Streamlabs game. So that's what SL stands for. And you put it in. If you have green, it means that you have the right letter in the right spot. If you have yellow, it is the right letter, but it's in the wrong location. And if it's white, then it's just not right. So look at the information.
Like a floating head.
Say again?
I just went over to YouTube real quick, and you look like a floating head.
It's because I'm wearing a black shirt.
I know.
Yeah.
Even like the Mint, it gives you what section and subsection you need to send to try to get the records. Yep.
Yeah, records requests are not hard. You have to know kind of what you want, the time frame, the location. If you happen to know who did it, it's even better. The requests are not hard to fill out. The problem is that if you're doing that, more than likely that information is something that's not going to be released it's not going to be technically sent to you. So you have to actually go in.
You're going to have to make an appointment and go down there and
sit down in a room. They bring the documentation to you and then you sort through it. If it's matters of public record where it's books and logs and things of that nature, then you just put in a request to review the document. You find the book in the library, you go find a room, you go sit down, you pull the information up, do what you need to, return the book, and then grab the next one. They may have changed the rules. It's been years since I've been there, but used to, you could only take 1 or 2 documents at a time, and then you had to return them to go get other ones. If you put in a request, the detail that you want, you can put in a request for more. But they bring them to you, you leave it alone. They come in, they verify that they have everything that they gave you, and then you leave. So it's not difficult. It's just a matter of, I'm in Texas and it's not. So if I was closer, I'd probably be there more because I enjoy doing this stuff. So maybe not to the level Paula does, but I enjoy doing research and teaching and learning stuff. But I would go there to find 1 or 2 items and then be done and then go back, do 1 or 2 items. I think it'd be great to spend, a couple weeks just digging through stuff and being able to find. I think it'd be a lot of fun.
We asked Shay and I. Shay and I went up to the Mint. The people at the Mint, the people that were there at the coin show, like they were pretty much just kind of employees. So they couldn't answer the questions Shay and I have. Go figure. We wanted to know things like, do you guys have plans on making any videos to release to the public about the new minting process, the more modern minting process? And the guy kept saying, have you watched our YouTube channel? We're like, well, yeah, and you don't have anything. Like what you have is like a 5-minute quickie video on how coins were made, and so they really couldn't answer. We did talk a little bit to them about about like what I've talked about before, doing like for 2026, having like a certain, like 1 million coins released into circulation that are special with like a privy or something on it, like they did with the West Point quarters. And all I got was, oh, well, here you can send them an email.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Well, did you watch that at the live broadcast from the U.S. Mint?
The CCAC meeting.
They've been doing it like once every week about different stuff.
Yeah, they broadcast the CCAC meetings. Yeah, that's where I found out about the proposal that they had. So it didn't get passed. So originally with the 2026 coins, all circulating coinage was going to have an obverse and a reverse redesign.
Right.
With the exception of the dollar. Well, they changed it for whatever reason. The cent and the nickel, the reverse is going to stay the same, but the obverse is going to have, what the final decision was, it'll have a dual date. Whoop-de-doo, right? But they had a proposal of a design with a privy, a little Liberty Bell privy. So that's where my suggestion came in about using that design for like 1 million coins, even if it's just a cent and the nickel, like
Right.
1 million of each. But because I asked the gal, I said, so they probably already have some dies made up, because when they had that meeting, the designer was on there talking about how they have figured out that all of those designs they proposed there would be no problem with the strikes. So in my thinking, I'm thinking, well, they must have already made some dies and done some trial strikes for him to know
Right.
that.
So pumping 1 million coins out should be no problem on a penny, because
She said, no, I don't think they made any designs, any dies. And I'm like, well, then how did he know that they would have no problem striking those designs up?
Well,
unless they struck some up.
when they're going over, I think they were going over the design of a quarter.
Mm-hmm.
And about what was on the front and the obverse and reverse. And they were like, Department of Homeland Security, do you have any objections about the term, like, trustfully something? I forget. There was something like a slogan on the reverse of the coin. And they went through all these, I mean, Secret Service, all these people that were representing, and they're like, we will have to check it out. So when they do a design of a coin, obviously every bit of the interior has to say yes to it.
Mm-hmm.
So you can probably go back to following money. Unless somebody's making money off of it, it's not going to get that much wind in the sail.
Yeah. Well, they just did one. What was it? Oh, the hostages.
That was it.
So
that's what they were talking about.
And they actually had one of the surviving hostages there.
Yep. And they went to Homeland Security and said,
they wanted to know if they had a problem with there being 3 different dates.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And they actually went and said, yeah, can you put rescued, or should we put saved, or should we do this? And Homeland Security's basically said, we don't care what you put on the back of the coin because it's a coin.
Right.
But yeah, it's interesting to watch it. And there's more than one. It looks like they've been doing it every couple of weeks.
Yeah, they do. I watch almost every single one of them. It's really interesting. It's really interesting to see what the process. So there's a lot of speculation that goes into why our coins have certain designs. This will remove any speculation, because you will be able to actually watch what the process is.
Yep.
And they have like, gosh, how many people are on the CCAC? It's got to be like 10, 15 people on the board. And you can apply to be on it. It's a citizens advisory board. So
yeah, no thanks. I'm sure know. Like anything else, nonprofit or anything like that, it's all political and it's just not worth your time.
Exactly. She asked me, she said, have you ever applied to be on the CCAC? And I'm like, no, and I don't have any plans to, don't have the time. Yeah. So,
I think that would be more frustrating than anything.
yeah.
You'd be told basically what's going to happen. You really wouldn't have much of a say in it. Because you're
really only
two or
three people on there that have any interest in coins, period.
Yeah. So the likelihood that you're going to be able to inflict change or sway opinion is minuscule. So I think that position would, I mean, not to say that position is important and there aren't the right people to be engaged in it. I think somebody like Jack Young or something like that would be good in that position. Because he has the history, the backing to show what he's done and how the engagement and look at certain things. But again, I think it'd be more frustrating because it'd be like, you want to do something, but you can't. It's so political that you have to be a special type of person to do it. Hey, U.S. Army medic, what's going on, bud?
That is actually so correct. You have to be a special person and you have to have an agenda. Those people all have an agenda. So,
yeah.
Or you have to understand the other people's agenda so that you can utilize it to your advantage.
Your agenda.
Right.
And that's what's lacking. When I watch those meetings, I think that's what's lacking is I don't think they have anybody that really has their ear to the pulse of coin collecting, of what coin collectors want.
But they're not supposed to. The actual board is to contemplate all about circulating coinage.
Yeah.
And other coinage. I mean, so it's not just about collecting, it's about everything to do with it. And ultimately, that's where the money is. I mean, just like they don't make the penny planchets, they're farmed out. Somebody's making money off of that.
Right.
So I want to ask a question. This is more, I don't want to say it's conspiracy, but more agenda, I think agenda-based question than it is anything. With the mint years past, just in general, looking at collectors hoarding items, do you think that only the intermittent, you look at what happened with state quarters, tons of people were engaged, tons of people were involved, tons of people were collecting them. They minted hundreds of billions of coins. I mean, almost 1 trillion coins. Like it was unreal. When you look at the amount, do you think that they don't do that because of that potential avoidance for collectors to hoard?
Well, they've tried to stop hoarding multiple times through their existence. I mean, that's what removing the mint marks was all about.
Right. But if your design sucks, nobody likes it, who's going to hoard it? So it makes me wonder if when they look at this, it's like, look.
Well, they hoarded the bicentennial coins, right? They hoarded the bicentennial coins.
But those are kind of beautiful coins.
But those are special coins.
Yeah.
They have special recognition. They're like commemorative, right? So
I guess I'm not understanding what your question is.
Okay, so we look at the coin itself. We look at some of the design. The designs that are coming out of the mint, my personal opinion, barring a couple, suck.
Are just generalized designs.
They suck. There's nothing of interest. There's nothing that would gain my opinion. There's nothing that would really back my support. Now, there are a few, right? Or having 7 versions of one person on a freaking coin. Yeah, right. So
Harry Tubman.
Yeah, so it's looking at certain things. Now, I like the Greatest Generation idea. I think they could have changed a couple of the designs to be a little bit more stacker or collector friendly because
a lot
there's
of that though. Frostbite is for die life. When you start getting into real beautiful, intricate designs, the die life should get shortened.
But it doesn't have anything to do with intricacy. I'm not talking. So,
but you're not talking. So that's not circulating coins, though.
No, but again, when you're talking about just general designs, they're not that good looking. Okay, so a good example of this is we talked about the commemorative medal. It's a coin in England. It's a commemorative medal here, which is the Liberty and the Britannia and Liberty Lady, right? So you have that. What the hell were they doing with the reverse of that particular coin? Like
with the tree and stuff?
Why in the hell would that be the representation? What is a tree planted, sturdy, firm, whatever. I get it. Okay. But what happened to the Asia rising sun that's on the thing? Where the hell did that come from?
Like Tex-Mex.
Yeah, it's like what the hell? So again, it's not just circulating coinage. You look at some of the silver coins, the bullion coins, you look at some of the stuff that's coming out of Perth. You look at stuff that's coming out of Canada. You look at stuff that's coming out of the Solomon Islands, Tonga. You look at these little itty bitty runky dinky mints, and they're putting out some fabulous designs.
But are those coins are money makers, right? Those are for collectors, correct? Like those aren't their circulating coins.
Yeah, but some of their circulating coins are pretty nice too. A good example of this is like the commemorative 50-pound
Bahamas coins.
Well, look at
50 pence coin. They have tons of commemoratives, but they're circulating coins.
Canada will throw colorized versions into, like, we printed 1 million of these colorized tunes.
Right.
Yeah, exactly. And they do them in colorized and non-colorized, right? And they're circulating. They're out there. You can buy them in sets, but they do, 65,000 rolls in the collector's piece, and then they do 100,000 rolls circulated or whatever it is. And then they have
their other
one.
Rolls at their post office too.
The Canadians sell all their mint sets and proof stuff at the post office.
Yeah.
At the post office. Yeah. Okay.
I think they should do that here.
We used to.
That was the big push with the dollar coins when they first come out, was the post office was going to just deal in dollar coins. That was it.
Mm-hmm.
It never worked. All the machines that ran in dollar coins, everybody was trying to use quarters in them, and everybody didn't want to have coins in their pocket.
If you use the stamp machine, so there's two machines at my post office. There's one where you can buy stamps. You can put in, $20. It'll always give you the manganese dollar back.
Dollar coins back.
Always.
Well, Mike, I don't know about like the U.S. debt and what the mint, what we get from selling things through our U.S. mint and how much. I don't understand all of that, but could that be something that is our U.S. mint just producing stuff that like they just want to sell to like cover some of their cover their losses, something that like the other countries, their mints don't have to worry about? Does that make any sense at all? Like
it does.
Well, and also, I do believe that the Treasury and the Mint turn the presses on to add physical money into the circulation, and that's why coins are not being produced as heavily this year. Just like in 2009, we were at a significant, with the housing crash and everything, we were at a significant point where they had to pull money out of circulation as they tried to keep the economy slanted up.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Right. Something that those countries that can just produce these pretty coins, they don't have to worry about.
Right, because their economies are already wasted, especially some of the third world ones that produce these beautiful coins. Now, I do think that some of the coins are made to make money. But I think the U.S. Mint makes money. I think it's been a losing proposition.
They're required to by law.
I don't think we're selling. I don't think our mint is selling. Like, I don't think people from Australia are going, "Oh, did you see the beautiful like Harriet Tubman coin the U.S. just put out?"
They don't.
Like we get like really excited about coins that other countries put out because they're beautiful. I don't think that other countries are being like, "Ooh, got to get me one of them Harriet Tubman coins."
The New Lincoln cents, they don't even feel right in my hands.
No. And that's the thing, but you talk about hoarding. You are getting more and more people that are hoarding the copper, like they're hoarding copper cents. They're pulling them out of circulation.
God, I don't know who would do that.
I don't know.
As I'm looking at 4 bags under my desk sitting here.
Right? I don't know.
And that's just since I moved in this office. The other bags are all tied up in a closet. That's where the coins that I search. When I don't find anything, they go in a bag.
Yeah.
So
I don't do that.
So just as a reminder for those people that are online that aren't fully aware of this, I want to go over something that was asked that it needs to be explained. So there is legislation out there that requires the U.S. Mint to be profitable. If the U.S. Mint cannot be profitable on a certain coin, then they're going to review. In many cases, they get rid of certain coins, whether it be bullion or whether it be specific designs. They do have to be profitable, right? It is in legislation. It is required. A good example of this was talked about, and I'm trying to remember what channel I was on. I want to say that I was on Yankees, but I can't remember. But the gold buffalo is a great example of a coin that they were not becoming profitable enough, and so they had to get rid of all the fractional buffaloes. You won't see a fractional gold buffalo anymore. You only see gold buffaloes in 1 ounce, simply because the U.S. Mint wasn't profitable enough to perform, continue making of those coins, especially with all the issues that they had. They were losing money on it. Therefore, they axed the program for that incremental buffalo gold. So there have been requirements for a large number of years for them to do that. Each one of the coins talks about a very specific release and how much money as a minimum each product must make in profit by the U.S. Mint. All that is legislation. It is listed. It's documented. So if you want information on exactly where it's at, let me know. I can give you each of the coins, like the 5 Generals Commemorative Act, which was Law 111262. It's the 5-star Generals Commemorative Coin Program. Talks about what the coins are going to be, talks about what the run's going to be, talks about what the percentage for each coin in each denomination for each weight is supposed to be, tells them what the minimum requirement of profit will be. So again, when you're talking U.S. Mint and you're talking that there are legal requirements that are done through legislation that must be met. So yes, absolutely, they have to be profitable, and they do this because if they can't be profitable, then they will kill the program.
And they're more stringent than just like private businesses, like their retirement stuff. It has to be like 100% funded. It can't be like 65% like the big corporations. That's what happened with the Postal Service when there was like a huge increase. It was all to fund their retirement.
Yeah, and again,
they sold the heck out of those gold buffaloes at the Tulsa show. They had to order more.
I can remember the first year they made those, man. They were hot.
Oh, they're beautiful.
They're
first
gorgeous.
time I ever saw one in person, and they are beautiful, but they are pricey. Holy cow.
Well, they're the highest gold content. They're also extremely soft, so you got to be careful. They, especially in high grades, if you get one for that year, it's like those are ones you want to make sure are in, the little plastic protectors. You want to make sure you protect those if you're doing, you're keeping it for its numismatic piece. If you're just stacking bullion and you have rolls and rolls of them. Just don't, leave them in the tube and don't screw with them.
Man, I wouldn't buy those for stacking.
There's a lot of people
Holy
that
cow.
do. 2-in-1, who is a channel that does he's primary gold stacking. He stacks gold buffaloes. And when you see them handle them, his gold buffaloes, he will put them in those plastic containers.
I can see me stacking
right,
gold
and then
buffalo.
restack them in a different tube.
Of a gold buffalo, please.
Oh,
Say that again.
I says I can see me stacking gold. To say I'm stacking gold buffaloes, I could see me. I'll have a 20th of a gold buffalo,
my
please.
gosh.
Yeah, it's
Well,
insane.
Those dealers at the show, man, they were grabbing those and taking them right to the graders' tables.
And what's with the Libertads? Have you went out and tried to find Libertads?
They're very expensive, apparently.
Yeah, so Libertads,
you
there's
can't find them. People are like hoarding them.
Yeah, but there's a couple different reasons for the Libertads. Now, Libertads, it's one of my favorite. It's one of my favorite coins. I absolutely love the Libertads. They're doing more with collecting style, so you're getting more painted Libertads. You're getting more different kind of stuff for the collector, right, or the stack collector, whatever you want to call them. But the reason is the mintages aren't very high and the quality isn't very good. So when you're looking at the lower number of runs,
visually appealing.
They're still nice. But they're a high demand coin. Mexican coins, real nice Mexican silver is higher than some of the other, just because number one, the minting process. Number two, like quality control, they have a lot of issues. And so to have really decent, good quality ones, people will pay the premiums for. Mike,
I went to the LCS yesterday and he had nothing for me. And I says, well, I was thinking, well, maybe I'll buy, a couple Libertads. And I asked him and he laughed. He says, you got to be joking. He says, they come in here and they're gone within 20 minutes after I get them. Yeah.
Libertads right now have a higher premium than ASEs by
much. He said they're averaging between 45 and 55 for 82, 83, 84, 85.
Yeah. So the Libertad right now is doing the exact same thing that the American Silver Eagle was doing 3 years ago, where the amount of money that you have to pay in premium is, 15%. It's unheard of. It's extremely high. But it's not the only one. There are other ones. Just the Libertad carries a pretty hefty premium. But there are other coins that carry a premium, just not nothing near like what you have. Now, there are some coins that are better kept. There's certain ones that are collectible just because of the year they come out, mintages just like everything else. But there are certain coins that you can buy, like the Philharmonic. They have a little bit of a premium, not near as much. The Cougarand, again, they have a little bit of premium, not as much. The Canadian Maple, depending upon Privy, the Privy mark is, people collect the Privy mark. So depending upon the Privy mark, it can be a little bit more. But the Libertad's always been high, and when the Libertad became more expensive than the ASC, again, ASC is actually a decent buy right now still.
People are not touching them.
ASEs?
Yeah, you can almost get them per spot, a little over spot on some.
Yeah. ASEs are a good buy right now.
Well, at the show, people were not touching them.
Graded ones especially, that's what I heard. But that was like that, like I said, the last couple shows I have went to, it was like people were desperate to unload that stuff and nobody was buying, and that's what they were bringing. It was very disappointing, and I hope the next show I go to wasn't like that. It was good to hear that there was a lot of numismatic stuff at the Tulsa show.
I miss going crew.
Because like I say, the Winter Fun Show, it was all silver and gold. There was or high-end coins. There was numismatic stuff there, but there was nothing for the general collector. If you collected Lincoln Cents, it was a horrible show.
Yeah.
I do got to say, though, there was more 1909S, 31S, and 14D Lincoln cents than I had seen at a fun show in 10 years.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah. 1908S Indians and 1909S Indians, same thing. I was at a dealer's table that had to have 50 1908S Indian heads. It was crazy. I don't know where he got them.
Why are Geiger? Because they're beautiful. I don't know why. I think Geigers have always been kind of good sellers. I don't know, but I like Geigers. I don't know.
Oh, it finally worked. Okay, so I'm going to do something for everybody. I worked to get this done. Oh, I'm so happy to see that message. Okay. I love Geiger. Geiger's one of my favorites. They're clean. They're good looking. I like the square. I've got a really old Geiger, a couple old 1 ounce Geiger bars that are very, very collectible.
Yeah, I like them.
Yeah.
I have a couple.
All right. So
I don't have a lot of silver, but and error coins were big. Error and variety coins. They were big at the show. There were several dealers there that had. Well, there were a couple that had what they thought were error coins, but they weren't. And cherry picking was ripe. It was ripe.
I heard a lot of people found stuff. I mean, don't get me wrong.
Yes.
This winter, I found a ton of stuff. I spent a lot of money.
It was right. Adam found a graded, what is it, 62, Benji, with the D on the bell? 62, is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he got it for $30. $1,500 coin all day long.
What's your
I
feeling
heard
on
about
Crazy.
that. That's crazy.
Yeah.
What's your feeling
Everybody except me was cherry picking. Well, Sean, I don't think Sean was either. He pretty much stayed at the table with me too. But yeah,
Okay, folks,
it's
if you were
crazy.
on, hold on real quick. I'm going to do something. If you were on landscape mode, I don't know if this works in portrait mode. I'm going to try it over there here in just a second. But I'm going to do exclamation point Yoda. Let me see if this works.
I just recently got my first. I really like Geigers too,
or no,
I
hold
just
on.
think they're really cool. They're very cool looking.
So
And they look like something that we would produce. I don't know. They just look like something, I don't know, but not.
Oh, yeah.
Deem Yoda.
it didn't
Redeem
bring up the image. Okay, so it does pull it up.
What happened?
I need to figure out how to get the image to come up. I'm doing redeem. So as you guys chat and do super chats and do stuff like that, there are points rewards that are coming in. And so I'm going to do some of them. I'm going to see now there's a timeout on that. You have to wait like 5 or 6 minutes between commands so people don't spam them. So give it a few minutes. I do have global timeouts. I'm going to share a couple of them with you and we'll see if they work. But if the image itself isn't coming up, then I'm going to have to work on it and find out why the image isn't coming up. Okay, so some of them I have to go back and look at the price. But anyway, I'm trying to do more fun stuff so that things periodically happen. So I'm just really happy to see that it came up. Anyway, sorry to squirrel you two from your conversation, but
No. It's your conversation.
I was being
You just
sarcastic,
add
by the
to
way.
it. Man,
So-
you gotta hit that harder. You can start a fire with that.
Hey now, settle down. Simmer down now. Simmer down now.
All right.
Oh my
so
gosh, I just watched that skit.
I think everybody in chat
Simmer
should do
down
it.
now.
If you're not there, then you won't see it. Yeah, I'll have to get with you, Invisible. I have everything, what I believe to be set up. I put it in the store. It's there. You can redeem it. But I'll have to see. I'll get with you and find out. It says, oh yeah, so the sound is coming through. It's just not pulling up the actual image. What they are is they're just generalized corny memes. So for instance, and again, I don't think it's going to come up. We'll see if it comes up. I see if the meme comes up. I don't think the meme is showing up. Yeah, so the meme isn't showing up. So I've got to figure out how to get the memes to actually show up. These are, and again, I'll put these in. So this is just something else to play with. But the redeem, the meme, so like this one is a picture of 2 coins. One has the queen's bust on it. The other one is somebody running. Actually, here, I'll show you the image.
Man, if I had all this stuff to play with, I'd never learn anything. Like, let me just play this game. I can't hear you.
It's a lot of fun. I enjoy doing this kind of stuff. Building user engagement. That's kind of the thing that really gets me, is I just enjoy. So here is, can you guys see this photo? Hold on. Let me share it here. Let's see, present, share screen. Where is the, do this, and then, there you go.
Oh my gosh.
Nice.
That's funny.
So I am doing things coin related. I've got one that's like Confucius that says, give a man 2 coins and he can buy something, but teach a man coin collecting and he'll be broke for the rest of his life. So there's a lot of these kind of things that I'm going to put up just because they're fun. They'll pop up in little windows, just because they're kind of goofy and just to add more engagement. It's not going to happen on Saturday. It's not going to be there. They won't show up at all. I basically am going to have those disabled because the stream between today, which is, it's more fun. You got the game, you got more ever, because it's just general chit chat on Sundays. We talk about kind of whatever comes up. There's no real rhyme or reason to the discussion. It's just kind of go through. But on Saturdays, I'm actually going through more specific. We're actually discussing in particular topics related to coins, the histories, or stories related to a specific item like Redfield or whatever. So Saturday is kind of more Frosty history business thing, and then Sundays just have fun, play, goof around, let people chat and do whatever, just so we can build engagement. So as I complete doing this, I took the opportunity of resolving my snafu with putting in some more fun stuff and changing up the formats and building in. So hopefully you guys enjoy this and you like it and you guys are enjoying playing the game. I've got to find something for the virtual or the vertical folks to engage in, because it's just not working. I tried to send myself a super chat, but I don't think it's
that would
working.
be hard on your phone, man, because on that vertical platform, if you touch it just wrong, like it kicks you out or does all kinds of weird things.
Yeah, so they did change something. So for those of you that are using a phone, I don't know how this works on the Android, but on Apple, they added in the upper right-hand corner, they added the ellipses, the 3 dots. And if you click on the ellipses instead of scrolling up, down, left, or right, if you click on the ellipses, it brings up a drop-down menu. The drop-down menu allows you to like, share, view chat, turn off chat, whatever. So the menu is way easier to utilize. So if you're utilizing an Apple device, you click on the 3 dots, the little menu shows up, you're able to choose those particular items. If not, you have to click it and do something with it, and then it scrolls up. So they are making it easier in that regard, because the menu, God, you used to do something, all of a sudden you were on somebody else's stream, or now you're in somebody's channel.
If you try to scroll on the chat.
Yeah. So in order to do that, now you have to click on the ellipses, click on chat. When chat opens up, it opens a box. Now the box looks like it's a part of whatever. Simply click on that box, the whole chat opens up, and then you're able to type and scroll and do whatever you want to. So they are making it more conducive. Again, you're talking about something that's, less than a year old.
Yeah, they must not have that for Android. They do have the thing 3 dots, but it doesn't change the chat box.
Yeah. So I know they're kind of rolling things out. You can scroll chat. You just have to be careful. Yeah. But you have to click on chat. You have to go to the bottom and actually click on chat for the chat to pop up. If the chat is a little window about, 3/4 of an inch tall, you're going to scroll the screen. If the chat is about 1.5 inches tall, then you're going to be able to actually scroll through that. If you go above that top item, you'll scroll out of it. So you've got to scroll that little area, and you got to do it very gently, or else if you do big motions, like you're trying to get through a lot of stuff, you'll either scroll up or down. So you do have to be careful in that regard, utilizing that. So, but I stream both directions, not because I'm trying to be fancy. It's because I'm trying to appeal to a bigger audience. If I was more worried about just getting views, I wouldn't even stream landscape, because the views happen vertical. That studio mode is where you get way, way, way more views. But with pure studio mode, you also get way more spam and way more potential issues, because people go in and cause havoc just because they like it. So, but it's fun. Yo, Rock Solid, what's up, brother? Hope you're doing well. Good to see you in here. So, and then Miss Coin Crew, you still in here? I think she's in here. I think they're getting ready. They're doing they're back. The shop is open. I think they're getting back to their auctions today. So I'll be stopping here in about 15 minutes and sending people over. Siren's always on her phone. Yeah, Siren, we know that. And I appreciate you being over there, because you're kind of like the one steady mod being over there when people come in and out. Because people, they don't stay long in vertical mode sometimes. Now, Eric, you and I were talking about at the very beginning, right?
Yes.
We were kind of chit-chatting about that. So the stream that I did where I had the Henning, not the Henning nickel, the hobo nickel. The average time. Say again.
What was that?
The hobo nickel. Remember I did the stream on the hobo nickels and I showed. Yes. Yeah. So the average duration of that one was fairly good on both platforms. Normally 3-10 minutes is the length of time that somebody will spend in the vertical mode on my channel. They were spending 25 to 30 minutes. So they were there quite some time because it was something unique. It was something a little bit different. Yeah. So there are times where people will spend more time in that, but usually the attention span is a little bit shorter, so they kind of scroll in and out. They may come back to it if they don't find anything else on, but it's kind of hit or miss. I was going to give some gift memberships away, but I've already given away all mine for the month, so I can't do that.
Hey, I got to get going, you guys. Everybody have a great day and enjoy your Sunday. Have a blessed Sunday.
Give Miss Ida a huge hug for me, please.
I'm sorry?
Give Miss Ida a huge hug for me, please.
I sure will. I sure will.
You guys have fun.
Everybody keep Ida in your prayers. I'm sorry?
I said, you guys have fun. Enjoy your last day or your last 2 days.
Tomorrow's my last day. I know. All
right,
guys.
We'll
talk to you later. Bye.
We'll see you later.
Yeah.
Okay, bye.
Yeah, and Ida's having surgery at the end of the week, folks. So keep her in your prayers, and let's make sure that she's thought of, and you guys send her get well wishes and stuff like that. So make sure that you put something in your phone, put something on your calendars or something so you get reminders. Send her a message. She'll greatly appreciate it. I guarantee it. Rock solid. I hope you had a blast. Oh, dude. I'm in love with Switzerland and Italy. Like, I could live in Italy. Switzerland's a little bit different story. Actually, I could retire in Italy. I don't think I have the right to work in Italy. You have to get special whatever. But yeah, it was amazing. Go back and look at all the little shorts and stuff that I've done. I've still got some videos that I'm building regarding European coinage and some of the questions that have been asked from people that are, they want to know about the trip and what I found and what the histories on there are. So you'll see videos. I'm going to be releasing one on Wednesday regarding the conversation that I had yesterday regarding the Spanish real. So keep an eye out for that one. Again, they're all basically just truncated versions of what the live streams are. The reason that I do this is people are interested in it. They can watch the short version, see if they want to watch the live stream over again. If they haven't done it, save people time. And again, it's something that is it's easier to do. And I already have a majority of the content, so it's not very difficult to put the good quality videos. I can work on the quality more than I have to worry about the content because the content's already been searched. Coach, running both portrait and vertical at the same time kind of limits the exposure of the portrait stream. Gets with most interaction in the normal live. Yeah, and so this is why, again, I say this not because I want to grow my channel. Okay, I want to grow. I have plans. You guys look at the construct that I presented for you guys, bringing in hey, what's up, Strider? Good to see you. Bringing in members yesterday, talking about what's going on. My goal is to help give you guys good usable information, have a little bit of fun, play some games, give you guys a presentation that's fun to look at. And there's other stuff that I can do. But again, this is a work in progress. But I stream vertical mode not because I'm trying to increase my exposure by thousands. I'm giving people opportunity who may not have seen my channel or may not do it, that will only ever stumble across my channel in portrait mode. So I've already had a few people that have come in. They now will watch in both. But again, it's one of those things where I do it because one, I want to benefit the people that come into the stream. Now, with that being said, oh, dude, Strider, I hope you get feeling better, bud. Take care of yourself. Okay. Health is basically one of the only things that we have. But again, I don't do it solely for views. If I was doing it solely for views, I would bypass on Sundays. I would bypass vertical the landscape mode, and I would just stream in vertical mode, and I would be getting 1,000, 2,000, 3,000 views. Because more people come in, they say hi, they watch for a few minutes, and then they leave. I don't think that's beneficial for the people who are members of my channel. So I don't want to do that. I'm going to experiment it from time to time. Normally when I will do that, it's going to be later at night. So I may run a midnight stream on a Tuesday or maybe a Friday night and, run only in landscape mode, and do it if you want to do that. If you're not a chatter, again, you're not paying attention to chat, or you could just watch chat and just answer questions. That's cool. There are some topics that, like when I did the discussion here last week on the bill that passed by the House of Representatives, it's getting ready to go in front of the Senate regarding selective service and what it actually meant, not what everybody is trying to do to stir up the bee's nest, but what it actually means, what the laws are, how long it's been in place, things like trying to get the ladies to force it. This is something the Senate Armed Services Committee has been doing for a number of years. They just haven't been able to get it to go through. It's nothing new this year. The felony issue, again, it's nothing new this year. But what I want people to do is I want people to have the opportunity to find the channel and make sure that they can look at it. I will do individual landscape mode, but it'll primarily be from my phone, and it'll probably be something in a different environment, maybe where I'm going for a walk, want to talk about something for a little bit. I'll put my headset on, walk around, do something, talk about some items that are hot topics, coin related, not coin related, something that members have asked me about. I'll do a little bit of research and give you guys the best information I can, which leads me to my last point. My last point is, if you guys have something you really want to hear me talk about, you really want me to do some research on you, or not on you, but on the topic you request, then let me know. Send me an email, ! Email, pulls up the email on how you can contact me, ! Find me, tells people where they can find you. So you can put that in, and then that can pull up information, and then they can find out where your channel is, and then they can click on it. Stacking with Kraken says, Frosty, I am looking for some Russian coins. Can you help? I will do what I can. There are some people that are good in being able to identify some of these things, so I definitely will look at and see if I can find some. Send me an email, Kraken. Let me know kind of some of the stuff you're looking for, and I'll do some research. I can talk about some collectible items. I have already done one video on collectible Russian gold. Looking at some of the specifics. There's a couple shorts talking about a specific gold coin. It's one of the most counterfeited Russian coin. And what they did is they took an Indian $2.50 coin, and it's the same size, same weight. It's actually gold. But what they did is they stamped it with the Russian, they put it in a press and stamped it with the Russian dye, the counterfeit dye. It is a solid gold coin. It tests 100% accurate, but it is a counterfeit. And so when there are some dye markers and things like that. So there are videos out there that I've already done, along with some shorts. So you can go look at some information. But yeah, I'll continue to look that up. Just email me, tell me what you need. Again, this channel, folks, is about you, right? It's about giving you guys information. So if you guys, gals, want information, and you want me to look something up specifically, let me know. The member request that was done about the selective service had nothing to do with coins. But there were enough people asking the questions, and somebody just said, hey, do a short on this. And I wanted to do a short, but it's like, actually, there's a lot of good information. There's a lot of people who have teen children, and this benefits them to understand exactly what's going on. So if I can benefit you guys as subscribers or members, if I can gain interest in that fashion, then that's what I'm going to do. Because ultimately my service to you is to provide you good, usable information and avoid the BS that goes out there with misinformation, because it drives me absolutely nuts. Coach, the beginning, Fugio Scent. Wow, that's a fun one. Yeah, I love the Fugio Scent. I have a duplicate, a counter. That's not a counterfeit because it has copy, but it is a copy of it. Absolutely love it. Really cool. Got a cool story about a Fugio Scent, and my sister who stumbled across something, looking with a friend searching for some stuff and found something really cool. So yeah, anyway, yeah, I can do something like that. Email me, right? ! Email, get my information, send it across, and let me know. All right, folks, I am going to go get some coffee. I'm going to go get something to drink, reset, go use the facilities, pet my dog, grab me something to eat, and then come back up and head over to watch Coin Crew. So if I can have one of my odds, or if Miss Coin Crew's here, throw in the link to that. I would greatly appreciate it. And as always, please let Keith and Angel know that Frostbyte sends them to you. I want people to know that I support them. They are friends. They helped me all the way from the beginning of me coming onto YouTube. They're still great supporters. Love those two. So please go over, show them some love. Say hi, let them know that Frosty sent you, and we'll see you over there. Eric, my friend, thank you so much for coming up. I appreciate you as always.
I'll see everybody soon, and I'll probably see you around today somewhere.
Sounds like are you doing any reveals?
I am. I got one, I think, at 3 and one at 5.
Outstanding.
Yes. All right. We'll see everybody soon.
All right. Take care. We'll see you later, brother. All right, folks. And on that note, again, you'll see the little talking emoji, meaning that none of my panel members are here. Thank you, Siren, for putting that in. Love you, my friend. Thank you so much for maintaining the chat on two fronts, not just the one. So thank you so much for being on both sides and for doing that. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're in the stream and you haven't smashed that like, do me a favor, smash that like. Again, you guys, I haven't seen this for quite some time, but 100 likes, 50 likes, I give stuff away, but at 100 likes, I'm going to start doing more. So we're going to move it up. We're getting close all the time. It's just always short. So maybe if I increase the incentive, maybe we can work on getting that 100 likes in a stream. All right, folks, be well, be blessed. Love you all. Thank you for everything you do. Again, members, thank you for being you and for supporting the channel the way that you do. And I will see you in the streams.